What is up, everyone? It's Matt with IDP Guys, here to tell you my top 5 takeaways from Week 8 of the NFL season from an IDP standpoint. Before we get to those takeaways, be sure to like and subscribe to this channel so you don't miss a single thing that we put out the rest of this year to help you win your league. Let's get to those takeaways. Takeaway number 1. In Minnesota, there are 2 defensive ends we have to know about. Danielle Hunter gets most of the attention, but Za'Darius Smith has been balling out. In this game, he played 69% of defensive snaps played. He had 7 solo tackles, 3 sacks, 3 QB hits. He's been great all year. So if he's available, go ahead and get him and start him with a whole bunch of confidence because he's been putting up defensive line 1 or defensive line 2 numbers all year. Takeaway number 2, let's talk about another edge defender in Travon Walker. In this game, he played 85% of defensive snaps played. He had 5 combined tackles, half a sack. This is now 2 straight games that he's had at least half a sack in a row. He has a really solid floor for tackles, especially in defensive end required leagues. So if you're in one of those, go ahead and start him. He's putting up those numbers, and with that floor of tackles, if he starts getting at the quarterback more frequently, like he has in his last 2 games, he's going to be IDP relevant in any format. So take note, because I certainly have. Takeaway number 3, Jaquan Brisker is now a must-start over in Chicago. He played 100% of defensive snaps played. He had 9 combined tackles. He had a sack in this game. This is now 2 straight games that he's had a big splash play. Over the course of the entire year, he's averaging just slightly over 6 combined tackles a game. That is an elite level floor for someone on the defensive back. So if you have Brisker, he is now in must-start territory. So keep on doing it, and for whatever reason he's still available, go and pick him up. Takeaway number 4, Malcolm Rodriguez over there in Detroit had yet another really nice game. On 68% of defensive snaps played, he had 7 combined tackles and a sack. Look, we want to be seeing our linebackers get a little more than 68% of defensive snaps played, but here's why I'm mentioning him. As the Lions continue to lose, they're going to have to play their young guys just to see what they have. Rodriguez sort of fits that bill. He's already putting up decent LB3, more like LB4 numbers pretty consistently, but if he gets those snaps up just a little bit, he is going to be super relevant to help you in your playoff push. So I'll keep note of it, you keep note of it too, and we'll keep checking back with him every week. And finally, takeaway number 5, Zaire Franklin in Indianapolis had a really nice game. 100% of defensive snaps played and 8 combined tackles. The real story is Shaquille Leonard is finally back. So it was the first time you've really seen Shaquille Leonard, Bobby Okereke, and Zaire Franklin on the defense at the same time when they're all relatively healthy. And noteworthy, Shaquille Leonard took away snaps from Okereke and not Zaire Franklin. So moving forward, as Leonard sort of gets healthier and you expect him to have more of his regular role that we've grown to know from him in the past, that's really going to be impacting Okereke's snaps and not Zaire Franklin. So Zaire Franklin is the LB2 that you want there in Indianapolis, and he's proven that he can be relevant when they're all healthy. So there you have it. Those are my top 5 takeaways from Week 8 of the NFL season. Like I said before, my name is Matt. I work for the IDP Guys, and I will see you next week.